The 1906 San Francisco earthquake. On April 18, 1906, at 5:12 a.m., the San Francisco earthquake occurred because of the movement along the San Andreas Fault, a major fault line that runs through California. The earthquake was triggered by a buildup of stress along the fault, where the Pacific Plate and North American Plate are sliding past each other. Over time, pressure accumulated as the two plates moved in opposite directions. When this pressure was released, it caused the ground to shake violently. This earthquake was particularly devastating because it had a magnitude around 7.8 and struck near San Francisco, a major city at the time. In addition to the shaking, there was also a massive fire that broke out, contributing to the destruction. The earthquake and its aftermath resulted in a widespread damage and loss of life, making it one of the most significant earthquakes in U.S. history. This earthquake devastated many families and homes by killing more than 3,000 people, leaving 225,000 homeless, and destroying about 28,000 buildings. The city's infrastructure, including railroads and port facilities, was heavily damaged, disrupting commerce, and many people were left without food or shelter due to widespread displacement.
What were the environmental impacts of the 1906 San Francisco earthquake? In terms of landscape, the earthquake ruptured nearly 270 miles of the San Andreas Fault line on the northernmost section. As seen in the image below, many buildings like the Valencia Street Hotel sunk 20 feet below the ground. The earthquake also set off many fires that destroyed a large scope of the city. The effects from the earthquake were mainly local, as it left many homeless, dead, and completely altered the infrastructure of the city. It also left economic impacts as many people were without jobs and many without homes. The earthquake left a crack in the Earth's surface from San Juan Bautista to Cape Mendocino.
And then other relevant information or lessons learned. This earthquake led to significant changes in building practices, public policy, and attitudes towards natural disasters. And it began to change the way new buildings were constructed. So new buildings now used earthquake resistance techniques, including base isolation, reinforced concrete, and braced frames. And then more codes were put into place as well after realizing how unprepared the city was for the disaster. And the Uniform Building Codes, or UBCs, were created in 1927 to help with future seismic regulations by establishing seismic zones and recommending earthquake reinforcement. And then here's our works cited.